Four, three, two, one. Ignition. Liftoff.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is crazy to say this, but it is a Derby day. Derby day at Colonial Downs, Virginia Derby, and the Virginia Oaks are kicking off today. So I'm super excited to bring a legend himself, Jeff, over here from chartinghorsevalue.com. And he is it info? What's your Twitter handle?
Info at chartingho1. I think I should change that, but it's probably too late now.
Well, here, I will, as we're talking, I will get a banner up so people can see that. There we go. Info at Charting Horse One. So I was super excited. I think I was looking for guests a little while ago and you reached out and said you'd be game. So that's awesome. And of course, like big day today. And I mean, you've been all over the place. You've been at Delaware Park. You've been at Thistledown. Now, I'm a big fan of Thistledown. So
really, I didn't like it.
Yes. Why? What did you not like?
The infield was there was nothing in the infield. It was just grass, and you couldn't even tell you were at Thistledowns. No, I was not a fan of Thistledowns. There was nobody there, and they didn't have a good bar. But yeah, I hit Thistledowns. I hit Arlington to start this whole thing off, and then I hit a Cubs game, classic.
Nice.
Then I went to Indiana, very nice, quaint little track. Thistledowns, and then I was at the spa for 4 days, finishing up with the Travers. I was gonna go for a fifth day, but I was burned out by Saratoga.
I was just gonna say, like, have you started the detox yet, or like, where are you at this process?
I went to Cooperstown.
I love Cooperstown.
Went to Omegong Brewery and the Baseball Hall of Fame, and then Delaware, Delaware was the first day I lost a penny.
Oh, wow.
Which is, I know, my money track, and I didn't understand it. I couldn't pick a winner. And then now today, Colonial, it's pouring rain driving in, staying at a wonderful bed and breakfast, but the track looks great. And I think we're going to have a cloudy day, a little bit warm, humid, but going to be good quality racing.
I'm excited. I've been blessed to be doing a Cup of Colonial for pretty much every single day. I think I missed one day of the meet, but it's been a really fun challenge to, pick all these horses, connections coming in from all over the place. Some horses have run there for, the last race. Some are coming in for first time out. So today I do feel like it's going to be like the NBA finals when they actually finally start elbowing each other, and you're going to see some really sick racing, right? So I know you've got a Russell pair in this one, Sheldon and Brittany teaming up. I've got a Russell pair and a maiden that I'm picking, but I think Karamanus, who's already the leading rider, this is his fat lady singing. So he's going to try to end up today really, really well. I think Brittany and Sheldon are going to try to put some points on the board as well. So I'm really excited to see all the connections show up. And this is kind of again, the fat lady's going to sing here. This is the creme de la creme for Colonial Downs. And we've got just quick, we've got stable duel games. We do have a free one, and what we did really cool with the free one today, you are limited to one entry, so you have one chance to hit that board. So it will be exciting to see all the stables, and again, just one, and see how the leaderboard moves around. But we do have that free game, and then we also have a $50 game and a $2,000 guarantee, and I'm looking for that guarantee to grow, guys. So the more entries you have, the more chances you have to win, and the pool does grow. So get in that $50 for an entire race card. Again, some of us spend $50 on one race, but $50 for an entire race card is a good deal on the Stable Duel app. And then we have a higher stakes. But and let me do this too, since some people like freebies. Look, we have this plush Colonial Downs blanket. That's going to go to the winner of the $50. And then we have this awesome trucker hat, which I love a good trucker hat, and that's going to the higher stakes contest. So prizes to be won besides money. But thank goodness we brought Jeff in, because as he just said, he did this entire tour and there was only one day that he lost a penny. So we're going to be leaning on him hardcore today for some picks. But
it's a very tough day.
It is. It is. It's an
Okay.
exciting day. Yeah. Don't listen to me. Listen to him.
Yeah.
But I'll start out with I've got my 5.5 furlong on the turf. I'm doing race 4. I've done pretty well with these races. So I was kind of looking for that to give out one of my picks. And I have 2 horses in here that I like. I like Fortes, who's the 5 horse, 12-1. So that would be value in your stable duel. Last time out got 3rd, got Kira Manos aboard. Pretty much the same level, maiden special weight, 49,000, and was gaining after breaking from the 3-hole and going back 5.25 lengths. But honestly, who I really like, and I would probably put a little bit more on, and this is where my Russell pair comes up, is the 11 horse here, By the Hour. Mm-hmm. So this horse, and I'm trying to watch the replay, but for some reason it's not working on my computer. So if anybody watches it and has any thoughts after watching the replay, but this horse went from almost last place behind 15 lengths, so 15 lengths behind, and closed to 3rd place, 3.5 lengths behind. And that was in a 5.5 furlong on the turf. So you really have to pick up some speed with already some speed horses to have that type of turn of foot here. And so I'm hoping that Sheldon gets her out a little bit quicker at the gate, and then she doesn't have so much work to do, and she can just blow the rest of the field out of the water. So again, this is at 9-2, so 6,500 in your stable duel, and that would be a bet that I would make as well. So 11 by the hour. That's race 4, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. So you have race 8, Jeff. Is that right? Okay.
So first of all, I want to support your pick. I also have that horse pick just as a general, not one of my 3 for the day, but good pick. So yeah, just real brief. I went to UCLA. I was an electrical engineer, and I love math. I love data. Okay. And I created this software when I joined the Navy back in 1994 on a laptop. They had the very first laptops back then. That's when I created this software. It was all by hand. And it's evolved obviously over the last 25 years, but loving my 3rd career I'm in now. So race 8, I'm going to stick to the 3 stake races. And so in my software, I run different algorithms, okay, which, boy, did you need them today. And I liked Trust Our Journey, the number 4, who is stepping way down in class. Mm-hmm. And that's why he's so high on my sheet. Let me pull up his past performance here. So yeah, he's dropping down from the Tyro, where he did not get the lead. I think he's by far the speed of the race. I think he will get the lead today. There's no great closers. So I think it's one of those races where the speed of the speed is going to win. And, he's dropping down. He ran in the grade 3 Sanford on the dirt. He can go 6 furlongs, 5.5. So, I mean, he's been trying some tough company, dropping down now into, I think, a little bit easier spot. And I think he should go wire to wire.
Yeah, that horse looks nice. He's got a good jock aboard. Again, this is a 5.5 furlongs here, and it shows that he can compete at those distances. So absolutely, 4-1 is going to cost you $7,000 in your stable duel. It's not necessarily a value, but it isn't a blowout either. So you definitely can find some other horses in the $3,000 range to match that up to get your 10-horse strategy. So Perfect. I like that. Do you want to start off for the Virginia Oaks, and then I'll follow?
Sure. So the Virginia Oaks, tough race, but I went with this horse Out of Sorts, who's 8-1. Now, in my algorithm, they get letter grades, an A, a B, a C. Occasionally, they get a K for kill. Out of Sorts gets the K and gets the unique spot play designation. So this horse just really looks like a very live bet at 8-1. Let me look at the PP real quick. I don't like the outside draw, a little bit of a disappointment. Yeah, Sheldon Russell gets back on board, gets Lasix back, ran in the very tough over his head Saratoga Oaks, tossed that race, gets the Lasix back on, won the Christina for $75K. This horse is a winner. Look at his last 3 races before that. So you're getting 8-1. This horse is going to come running late, and Sheldon knows the horse well. So Brittany, as a trainer, you were talking about that combination. Look at that, 33% together. So yeah, this is my horse for for this race.
And I like how this horse, you're just talking about the rain. I like how this filly can run on all different types of turf. There are some, I remember Team Valor wise, if the turf was even sort of soft, it was like, she's not going to grab here. There are some horses that will not run on soft turf, but they will run lights out on firm. But it shows here that she can run on good, on soft, on firm. So, whatever the turf is, you're going to have a live filly here. So I went with 8 Gold for Kitten. I do think these races, as you said, these are some tough races. So I actually would like to spend a little bit more time looking at these ones. But I do like Gold for Kitten. Russell hopped off of this one, I think only because of his wife, Brittany. I don't think it was any other reason. And you've got Joe Rocco aboard here, which obviously is a very good jock. Brendan Walsh coming in, 75% here. Again, that's on 4 horses, but still you bring 4 horses and 3 of them win. I mean, that's something not to balk at. So I definitely like this horse, but comparative to, who we were just talking about, definitely hasn't run up in class, in stakes races. The highest that it's done is a $62,000 allowance and won by a nose, but almost got caught. If you look, it was ahead by 1 length and ahead and then down to a nose. So, can it hold on here at a higher level? I'm not 100% sure, but I like how the horse has been stubborn and has won the last 3 times. Definitely she knows how to win and she wants to win. So I'm hoping that her class bumps up here and she continues to have that stubbornness that we need in fillies, so that they cross the finish line first. But that horror, let's see here. So what am I doing?
That's
doing
a great pick. Undefeated horse, by the way.
Yeah, undefeated, 6,500. Again, I think there's, to Jeff's point, there's a lot of value you can find, especially in the Stable Duel app here, because you're getting these morning line odds. So I've got a 12-1 picked in the next race that I really actually like, and I'll probably throw money on as well. But you can find a ton of value when you're picking your Stable Duel since we're on the morning line, and so 6,500 is what that would cost. So who do you have in the feature, the Derby?
Yeah, this was a tough race, and definitely Experience is a good horse, making 3rd lifetime start, coming off a win. If that horse improves, it's going to be very tough to beat. Now, that horse is coming in with Wooten Asset and Indian Lake off this 1.5-mile race at, I think, Pimlico, if I'm not mistaken. Look at it up. Yeah, Pimlico. That was the Bald Eagle Derby. And they went 2:08.3 for 1.25 miles and 2:32 for 1.5 miles. So they were just walking. I just don't know how indicative that race is for today's conditions. And that's why I ended up landing on Hidden Enemy. Again, I don't like this outside draw of 12, but this is a stone cold closer and huge late pace figs. Asmussen likes this horse. I mean, Asmussen tried this horse in the Grade 2 American Turf, then tried him in the Belmont Derby.
Yeah,
which was way over his head. But I mean, you're sticking this horse in a Grade 1. You think highly of it. They spent 150 grand on it, and that last race where it looks awful, 11th and then to 6th, he gained 5 positions and he gained several lengths. And the final time was 147. Okay. Look at the fractions. They go 48-4. Then they go 112. So sub 24. Then they go 35-3. So sub 24. And then they go 47. So sub 24. So they're flying home. This horse is still picking up ground. If he runs that race, he can win. That's my pick.
There's a lot to look at here. And fun question for you. Have you ever heard, Steve be called the Ass Man?
Yes.
Okay. I heard this the other day, and obviously I assumed that it was his last name, but I was like, is there something else that I don't know here that I don't want to know? But anyway, so now I keep calling him the Ass Man, but every time I hear it, I need to be reminded who it is. Who we got? Post 12 is 0 for 47 at Colonial and 9.
Yeah. I knew I was going to get that, but let me tell you, that's probably because a lot of horses just scratch out of there. But yeah, that's not good. If I was going to pick a different one, okay, I'll take that 5 horse who's going to go to the lead at 10-1. Okay. So if you could force me to take a different one with a better post position, I'll go there.
Hold on, I'm scrolling up to the 5 horse here. I want to see who I looked at. All right, it can be done. early speed.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
I'll go
I
the other
like that one
direction.
too.
All right,
And
what do you got?
again, I like how this one. So morning line odds are 10-1. This would cost you $1,000 in your stable duel. There's a ton. Like I really am excited to see this leaderboard change because I think especially in this race, there's going to be so many different picks here, and you're going to see like at the end when the race is run, and you're going to go back to other people's stables ahead of you to see who they picked and like do the calculations in your head. So I'm pumped for that. But I actually went to a 12-1. I went to number 4, Slicked Back. Now, and sometimes I hate when people, because I do think some people like get caught up in, power trainers and whatever it is coming to tracks. This is the Brad Cox, and you can't discount Brad Cox as a trainer. You just can't. But that's not the only reason I am picking this horse. I do like last time out speed figure of 80, and it won by 3 1/4 lengths. A mile on the turf. So it's proven that it likes the turf. The race before that, it was 6, beaten by 33 lengths. Again, sometimes I look at the 33 lengths and I'm like, either they were saving the horse or they just, I'm not worried about it. Fractious in the paddock and the gate. So something was up. So I think if there was a little bit of gate work done, which it looks like there was, because even the first race that this horse had, it said that it hopped out at the start. So if we can get a good break here, and I don't care, it shows that, he broke in the third hole in the 3 spot and then still closed to 1, and you're coming out of the 4 post. So I'm assuming it could be the same scenario here. I like this horse. I think there's value here at 12-1. It would cost you $750 in your stable duel.
Wow.
The works are good. And then obviously back to the Brad Cox point, I mean, the stats are there trainer wise. So bringing this horse in, obviously he's bringing a jock with him. I think he's coming to do a little bit of an upset here. And the breeding on this horse is great as well. Quality Road, you got Galileo Mare, like Holy Cannoli. I'm doing the 4 Slicked Back at 12-1.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on it, $275,000. That's a really good pick.
I like that one.
Yeah. So good, nicely done.
Well, I need to ask you this, since you're the stat man, what does Charting Horse Value say about the 4? Am I getting a thumbs up or am I getting an uh-oh?
You're getting an uh-oh. Okay.
Oh no.
You're getting an uh-oh. But
Okay.
the reason you're getting an uh-oh is because of the huge step up in class from that optional claimer, then nominals 2 lifetime. So he never raced at this kind of level of horse, but and that's why he's dismissed. The jockey trainer combination though is very good. It's actually 3rd best jockey trainer combination in the race, and so you got to respect that. But I'm going to lean on the other horses who've ran in stakes races. But I like your pick. It's good. I'm never going to talk anyone off a good long shot, and that's a good long shot.
Well, thanks. So guys, if anyone is listening, you know that there's a ton of different options out there for added information in horse racing. You've got the DRF, you've got Equibase PPs, you've got Barisnet, and then, you have people like Jeff that has worked really hard to figure out a system at chartinghorsevalue.com. If you look in the Stable Duel app, you know that we have free unique PPs for each horse. If the DRF is, a lot for you, and I understand it's taken me years to get there and comfortable and looking at it, and I still look at it for a long time. I don't know how people flash cap. I don't get it. But check out something like chartinghorsevalue.com. Take a look, because he's done, the work for you, and he's worked very hard, and he puts his money where his mouth is as well. You're over there betting yourself. But you can take a look at what, he's brought up in the values and, where he said he grades each one of them, and learn from that as well. And Jeff's great on Twitter. So hit him up on Twitter if you have any questions. But yeah, check that out. Give it a go. And he'll be capping and playing at Colonial, because where are you right now?
I'm in the bar at Colonial. I'm going to go back to my bed and breakfast, get checked out, but I'll probably be hanging out here at the bar quite a bit. I got some friends I'm meeting, and it's going to be fun. And I will just say, Stable Duel, great app. Many of my customers are Stable Duel customers. So they use my sheets to identify horses at long odds that they can fill their stables up. So,
and I have heard from Twitter that they have won games, and they have given you the sole credit at chartinghorsevalue.com that is the reason that they have won with some of these horses. Oh, here we've got a shout out here. So Rick Miller said Jeff charts are great, especially for beginners. He joined last week and it's been great. Yeah. So guys, check it out. There's a ton of different options here. And I know that it's scary, intimidating, and annoying. I'll say that too. So these are the great times that you can like hear it from the horse's mouth. Oh God, I love a good pun. And, meet the face behind the curtain. And also, interact with people. So you see Rick Miller on here, find him on Twitter, ask him what he likes, and then you can go back and forth with him, with Jeff. Always with me, I interact with as many people as I can on Twitter. But big day at Colonial Downs. Jeff, you are the best. Thank you so much. Good luck. If you change any of your opinions, I expect a DM. I want to hear about them.
Okay, if I do, and I'll even send out some live racing bets. Okay.
Perfect. Are you playing in any of the Stable Duel games today?
Not today, unfortunately. No. Just gonna.
Okay, but I know some of your followers are. So take a look for them and interact. And guys, good luck. And Joel Mason said Jeff is awesome. I think Joel's gonna be there. I think he'll be at Colonial.
Joel is one of my customers. Thank you, Joel.
All right, guys, have a good one. I'm going to end it, and we will see you later.
Take care.